our favorite E, which is a indirect object pronoun. So we studied indirect object right now, right? Japal a Tanvi. Okay. Here indirect object
Yeah.
was Tanvi. Okay.
Animate.
Animate. It's a human. Okay. So let's take an example of inanimate.
Yeah.
Inanimate means neither human nor animal. Indirect object. J'ai répondu à la question. It's
Mm-hmm.
very similar to the previous example. Previous example was j'ai parlé à Tanvi. Now, this is similar, except the difference here is that here Tanvi is indirect object, here la question is indirect object. The difference here is that this indirect object is inanimate, meaning it's neither human nor animal. Correct? Now, to replace this indirect object, which is inanimate, we use E and not Louis. So this will become GA répondu. GA répondu. And like we saw, the past participle doesn't have to match the gender and number of any indirect object pronoun, including E. So even though E is representing feminine singular noun, la question, this will not have an extra E at the end because the past participle doesn't match the gender and number of the indirect object pronoun E. Correct?
Correct.
Right? Now we'll take few more examples. Elle répond à l'annonce. Again, l'annonce is not animate. It's not human or animal. So we'll use E. Il s'habitue à cette ville. They are getting used. S'habituer is to get used to. Get oneself used to. That's why this is reflexive. Okay. À cette ville. Again, this is interesting. Something we are learning today. Je m'habitue à Montréal. I'm getting used to Montreal. Again, we will replace, this is an indirect object, right? We'll replace it with E because it's not animate, right? It's not human or animal.
Mm-hmm.
So, because this is reflexive, we'll say je m'y habitue. Okay? It goes between the reflexive pronoun and the verb. This is exactly why we are revising this topic because we had not studied reflexive or reciprocal or whatever those pronominal verbs and passé composé when we studied last time when we studied the indirect object pronouns. Nous pensons à la situation. Again, this is inanimate. Nous y pensons. Tu t'intéresses à cette pièce? Are you interested? S'intéresser à. That's the verb. S'intéresser à. To be interested in. Tu t'intéresses à cette pièce? Are you interested in this play? Then again, this is cette pièce, inanimate, replace it with E. This is reflexive, so E will go before the verb but after the reflexive pronoun. So, tu t'intéresses. Passé composé, right? E is placed before the auxiliary verb avoir. Okay. Again, the same thing. Past participle does not agree with the gender and number of E. We studied that. Ils ont réfléchi à cette question. We will replace this whole thing with E. It will go before avoir. Ils y ont réfléchi.
Yes.
Right? Inanimate is the word. Inanimate, indirect object. And you understand inanimate, right? Now we have studied it so many times. One more example which they have not given is similar. Indirect object pronouns in affirmative, imperative, like positive orders, they come after the verb with an hyphen. A good example is allons-y. Let's go there. Okay. One more thing which we had discussed last time is a lot of times E also refers to a place, right? In that case, it means there, right? For example, on y va, right? So here we don't know where, but the actual sentence was on va là-bas, like we go there somewhere. I don't know exactly where. It's a contextual, but we say we replace that with E. We say on y va. Let's go there. We are going there. Maybe there's a preposition here like a, on va, à là-bas, something like that. But they never use it like that. We always say on y va. Let's go. We are going there. Let's go there. Okay. Now we come to the heavy Big Daddy. This is probably the most not I would say confusing. It's a little not even complicated. It has many usages, right? I remember we spent an entire 45 minutes on learning on. The first important usage is it's an indirect object pronoun which replaces inanimate indirect objects preceded by preposition the. So it's basically e is for a, so on is for preposition the. Try to remember it that way. What is it? Inanimate?
Which is not a person, a living thing.
Person or an animal, simplify it. Because if you say living thing, you might also include the trees and flowers in that, so that's not it. What e was for the preposition a, on is for preposition the. That's one of the usage. For example, what's the verb here? You need to tell me infinitive with any preposition pattern.
S'occuper.
S'occuper de. Okay.
The.
To take care of something. S'occuper de quelqu'un or s'occuper de quelque chose. Take care of someone. S'occuper de quelque chose, to take care of something. Whenever you're trying to remember this verb plus preposition combo, always make notes like this. Inviter quelqu'un à quelque chose. To invite someone to something. So what do you understand by this once you note it down like that? Inviter plus direct object is also possible, right? And inviter à plus indirect object is also possible.
How inviter plus direct object?
Inviter quelqu'un, if you use like this, invite me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, invite me to your wedding. That's what all my relatives keep saying to me without me saying anything. Invite me to your wedding, right? Fokat ke sale. S'occuper de quelqu'un or quelque chose, right? So try to remember this verb plus preposition patterns like this. For example, parler de quelqu'un,
Parler à.
parler de quelqu'un, parler à quelqu'un. Both things are possible. Parler de quelqu'un or parler de quelque chose, right? So try to remember this verb plus preposition combination like this. Quelqu'un, quelque chose. It helps. It helps with this, and it also helps with your pronouns, object pronouns. Avez-vous peur de sa réaction? Yeah, this is the, so indirect object. Indirect object is sa réaction. This is inanimate, so we will replace this with en. En will come before the verb. What's the verb? Avez-vous? It's inversion. It will come before. En avez-vous peur? And you don't repeat the preposition, just like you don't repeat the preposition with a. Correct? Elle ne se souvient pas de cette histoire. What's the verb here? Se souvenir de. I mean, I would like to know the pattern also, right? To remember, se souvenir de. Okay? De cette histoire. She does not remember this story. De cette histoire, this is the indirect object, cette histoire. So it will be replaced by en because it is the object follows the preposition de. It's very similar to e, right? So it will go between the verb and the.
That is like sir.
What is it called as? Chola bhatura?
So that
Reflexive pronoun.
pronoun.
Reflexive pronoun. So same, very similar to e. It goes between the reflexive pronoun and verb in case of reflexive or pronominal verbs. Sunil, if you remember, we had a complete session on en. So this preposition de plus indirect object is just one case, right? Vous avez des enfants? I asked this question. Do you have kids? And then somebody said, oui, j'en ai deux.
Yeah, exactly. They use it like that.
Yeah, and we have learned this. He's correct. In this sense, this is a direct object. Do you have kids? Yes, I have them. So it becomes them. I have two of them. So yeah, it has multiple usages, as Sunil correctly pointed out. Note that the past participle does not agree. It is very similar to E. The past participle does not agree in gender and number with indirect object en. Right? So we talked about reflexive verbs, right? And then how in the present tense the indirect object pronoun en sits between the reflexive pronoun like s'en souvient, right? Now, in case of past tense, passé composé in reflexive, when we say passé composé reflexive, we always use être as an auxiliary. Elle s'est chargée de cette affaire difficile. She took care of, to take care of, right? Se charger de, to take care of, right? Or in charge of, basically. Now the past tense, so we are using être as auxiliary, right? So être will go between reflexive pronoun and participle. Now we also want to use en. So we're going to replace this cette affaire difficile which precedes de, follows de with en. So en will go between reflexive pronoun and verb. What's the verb conjugated? Conjugated verb here is a, not chargé. What is chargé here, Tanvi?
Past participle.
It is participle, correct. So the conjugated verb here is être. So it will go between reflexive pronoun se and conjugated verb être.